In the Galactic Senate and Jedi Order's attempts to discover the source of an assassination attempt on Senator Padme Amidala of Naboo, the Jedi Knight Obi-Wan Kenobi had managed to find a secret CIS hideout on the planet of Geonosis. But due to his capture and the discovery of this plot against the Galactic Republic, the Jedi sent a strike team to free the captives, and Representative Binks of Naboo granted Supreme Chancellor Palpatine emergency powers, which enabled him to form a Grand Army of the Republic. Despite the number of Jedi in the Petranaki arena, the even greater number of the droid army soon pinned them to a small ring in the centre of the arena. But before the droids could eliminate the entire order, Grandmaster Yoda arrived with the newest batch of Republic clone troopers, forcing the Separatist army into retreat. Dooku eventually reunited with his master on Coruscant after battling the Jedi in his secret hangar, and they had completed their objective of starting a war on their terms. But what if Yoda and the clone troopers had arrived early on Geonosis? Could they have killed Dooku or prevented the war? As you're going to find out, the earlier appearance of the Republic reinforcements would have shattering consequences for the rest of the galaxy. In his quarters of the Jedi Temple, Grandmaster Yoda meditated as he awaited news of Obi-Wan's fate on Geonosis, when he felt a small tremor in the Force. Knowing that the Gungan Jar Jar Binks would not be able to block the Military Creation Act, Yoda decided to travel to the planet of Kamino and anticipated the creation of the Grand Army of the Republic, asking Mace Windu to gather the Jedi for an attack on the Separatists and prepare for a rescue of the Jedi. The Grandmaster flies in his starship alone to Kamino. Landing on the central platform to the cloning complex, the Jedi headed to the military training area, and he was suitably impressed by the clone troopers, despite wishing to avoid violence. Guiding them all into Republic gunships, the Jedi soon received confirmation that Obi-Wan was being held with Anakin and Padme. Yoda orders for the clones to attack the surrounding hives of Geonosians and droids, in the hope of reducing some of the army in the Petranaki arena. Soon supported by the other Jedi, they charged into the surface of the arena, whilst Yoda and a group of Republic gunships dominated the skies, and Dooku and the Separatists are forced to make an escape. With the distraction caused by the Nantex-class starfighters, the Jedi cannot keep up with the Separatists, and soon a disturbing report emerged from the catacombs that the clone troopers and Jedi Knights were being torn apart. Mace Windu leaves his post at the front of the ground assault, leaving his duties to Ki-Adi-Mundi, and using his purple lightsaber to illuminate the dark caves, he hears the sound of Jedi falling, then surged to the cries. In front of him was the cyborg General Grievous, brandishing all 4 lightsabers, and the Master of the Order reached out with the Force, and used his Shatterpoint ability to find a weakness in Grievous's torso, crushing his chestplate. Escorting the remaining clones and Jedi before the cave collapsed, Windu rolled out of the large explosion, then joined the battle again, whilst Yoda, Obi-Wan and Anakin tried to capture Dooku. The 3 Jedi tracked Dooku to his hangar, and surrounding his ship so they would not escape, the Sith apprentice was forced to ignite his lightsaber. Yoda knew the skill of his old Padawan far exceeded that of Obi-Wan and Anakin, and trying to protect them from the Master Duelist, he danced around Dooku, searching for a weakness in his form, until they engaged in a battle of the Force. The trio used their combined powers to lift Dooku's ship, and speared it into the Separatist leader, trapping him beneath its hull. Before he could push the ship away, Anakin had cuffed the Sith, and dragged him out of the wreckage, and into a cell aboard the forward command post. Taking Dooku back to Coruscant, he is placed in the Republic's military base, kept under constant surveillance by at least 1 Jedi, until the Senate are able to prepare a trial, convicting him of plotting against the Galactic Republic and the assassination attempts on Senator Amidala's life. But on the day of his trial, the Jedi left the building, and was seated in the chamber, with only clone troopers for guards for Dooku. In the corridors of the prison cells, Dooku used his exceptional abilities in hand-to-hand combat, kicking 2 clone troopers into the walls, before flipping a blaster rifle into the other guards. Recovering to their feet, the blast doors are ordered to be shut down, but Dooku acrobatically rolled through the closing exits, then jumped into a secret network of pipes in the roof. The Sith crawled through towards an exit, and dropped through to the clone dining hall, which was now abandoned, and picked up a fork to pick the lock on his force suppression cuffs. Now free to move, the alarms did not cause any panic in Dooku, as he stealthily moved past the rushing clones, and found an extended set of robes tied his face. Force choking a passing officer of the Coruscant police force, he leapt onto his speeder and departed for his secret hangar, where Sidious was waiting, having left the Republic Center for military operations in the chaos. Congratulating Dooku on his escape, the Sith Lord revealed the unfortunate development that Grievous had been killed on Geonosis, and a post-mortem examination revealed the wounds were Force-orientated. Dooku knew that only Mace Windu was capable of such an attack in the Jedi Order, and he would need to kill his old Jedi friend, were his plan to succeed. At the Jedi Temple, the Jedi Council were gathered for their first meeting since the start of the Clone War, when they felt a slight disturbance in the Force. Rolling out of their chairs and into the walls, the helmet-wielding figure of Boba Fett threw a detonator at the windows of their tower, but pushing it away with the Force, the Jedi managed to grab a hold of the bounty hunter and pull him back to the floor. Windu was immediately aware that this was the son of Jango Fett, wanting vengeance for his father, and interrogating him for information on his connections with Dooku. He was met by resistance, before admitting that Dooku had frequently been on Kamino during the initial stages of the cloning. As Boba Fett is dragged away by the temple guards, the Jedi run to one of their command centers, and there they see a recording of the body of General Grievous being reborn, clearly symbolising that Windu was the next target on the Separatist radar. The Jedi had been predictable in their moves thus far, but the information from Boba Fett could prove to be invaluable as they quickly moved to Kamino. Discreetly taking a squadron of Jedi interceptors to avoid the suspicions of the Sith, the Jedi soon split up to look for any clues of Dooku when Anakin peered into a secret room and saw the Kaminoans talking to Dooku. The Sith was ordering the cloners to lock down the facility for the arrival of his assassins, and Anakin quickly warned the other Jedi of the threat. When the transmission ended, Anakin quietly stunned the Kaminoans, and R2-D2 logged all of the previous conversations from the facility when Anakin heard the sound of clones dying. Asking R2-D2 to head back to the ship and give the data to the Council, Anakin rounded the corridor and found Asajj Ventress and General Grievous. The Jedi Knight was outnumbered, but only for a few moments, as the other Jedi surrounded the Jedi killers from the other corridors. Ordering them to lay down their weapons, both of the Separatists lunged directly at Windu, but the Jedi Master calmly dodged their attacks, and they floundered for an escape route. But with the facility completely closed off, there was nowhere to run, and they are accidentally trapped in one of the ray shields. R2-D2 helped to override one of the security doors, enabling the Jedi to get out of Kamino. Examining the data obtained from the Kaminoans, they are shocked to find that Dooku had not lied to Obi-Wan on Geonosis, as Palpatine had been helping to fund the creation of the clone army, as well as luring several members of the intergalactic banking clan to fund his scheme. The Jedi needed to act with caution according to Yoda, and starting by trying to gather enough senators to reduce Palpatine's powers, Senator Amidala proposes a bill that would alter the Reflex Amendment, meaning Palpatine would have to consult the rest of the Senate to take action on any attack. The Sith Lord was displeased by the turn of events, and knew that if the politicians were to dig further into his amendments, his entire regime could be exposed. But little did Palpatine know that the Jedi had moved one step ahead of him, and completing their capture of Grievous and Ventress, Dooku is forced to try and free them. Having paid a significant fee to the pirates to keep the Separatists, the Jedi had laid a perfect trap on the planet of Florum, hiding themselves around the perimeter of Hondo Ohnaka's base camp when the Sith arrived. This time Dooku would not escape, with the entire Jedi Council emerging from various directions to dissect the limbs of Dooku. Dragging the remains of the Separatist leader back to the Jedi Temple, they received a report from Senator Organa and Senator Amidala on Coruscant that Palpatine had gone berserk and had ordered for many of the senators to be killed by his assassins. Anakin did not hesitate in leaping into his starfighter and making it back to Coruscant ahead of the other Jedi. He changed course for Padme's apartment, expecting one of the many bounty hunters to be waiting for him. It is in fact Palpatine, who used a lightning attack to send a current through his ship. Anakin and R2-D2 instinctively leap out, and lifting Anakin from the edge of death with his rocket boosters, R2-D2 welded the doors to Padme's apartment, whilst his master battled Palpatine. The Sith Lord had not expected such hostility from his close friend, and trying to convince him that the Jedi were the traitors, Anakin did not fall for the tricks of the Sith Lord. Before Palpatine could increase his power to kill Anakin, rather than test his powers, the other Jedi had surrounded him, and Windu eliminated the threat to his life by killing Palpatine. The tyranny and corruption in the Galactic Republic were quickly exposed, and the powers of the subsequent Supreme Chancellors were reduced, with the Jedi withdrawing from politics, but continuing to use the clones. Yoda remained as the Grandmaster of the Order, until Anakin was ready to take the Jedi in a different direction. That is it for What If Yoda and the clones arrived early on Geonosis. If you enjoyed this What If, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.